The road to Japanese fluency in 6 months. Lately in my YouTube recommendation section, I just see 6 months to Japanese fluency, master Japanese, fluent in this, fluent in that. Now looking at the stats, if you have 6 months and you have no kanji experience whatsoever, do you need to study 3,900 hours more or less to be fluent? It's 21 hours per day if you follow that method for 6 months. Okay, well, not much time for sleeping, but we have learn in your sleep. So you don't even have to not learn anymore. You can just learn all the time. Now let's say you do have prior knowledge with Japanese like Chinese people do. It's going to take you 2,150 hours approximately. So it's about 12 hours per day for 6 months. You can sleep more and you can work and you can enjoy. You have a work-life balance then, I suppose. Imagine you include 1,122 One Piece episodes with 13 TV specials and 15 movies in your study schedule. A few years back, me and this guy went to a business meeting and he claimed he's fluent in Japanese after passing the Japanese language proficiency test for the N3, right? He said, I'm fluent. So we went in and we ordered something, but before that on the menu it said obento or bento, and he asked me, what's the kanji, what's the reading for this? And I'm like, it's obento. And he's like, oh, okay. You can't claim you're fluent if you don't know the word obento, and you can't claim you're fluent if you have never made an bento. Actually, it's a bento. Sorry, my I claim I'm fluent in English, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. I think fluent people can correct themselves instantly, much faster than people who aren't. Now, I would suppose people who call themselves fluent can just buy this book because they want to read the book and not learn the language, and then go through the book like a normal citizen. And they read it without any furigana or any indication on how to read the kanji, right? You can literally just look and read and enjoy the story. And if you really want to be very fluent, you have to be able to read a story and cry. Polyglots can learn a language much faster because they have all those connections to other words, right? So, to be honest, I speak Afrikaans. It's like hallo, my naam is Smit. Ek bly in Japan. Toe ek baie jonk was, het ek melk gedrink uit my ma se borste. So that's an example, you know, I can just use those vocabulary and connect it. That's why kids in the schools, they have to write a lot because they don't have the vocabulary and the experience like adults have to make all the connections. To most people, Japanese is like a puzzle where you can't just fix everything from a start. From the outside maybe, you can get the basics and then slowly but surely just get the inside through listening and exposure and input. And over time, that puzzle will be kind of completed. It will actually get larger the more you study, and the world of Japanese is just expanding. Just building blocks, you know. By the way, I'm not a girl, I'm a guy, just to make it clear. But this is me right now. So, and you see the world in front of you learning Japanese, and you're putting down your building blocks of, hey, I just covered the basics, the basics of Japanese. Now let's go to the next floor, and then, you know, let's learn some vocabulary. And I don't have a dog. My dog died when I was young. I also don't have a whale, but I've seen a whale in South Africa. So just, you know, you want to put all the blocks down, and slowly but surely you have something in your brain that looks like this. It's very funky and very weird, and it doesn't make sense. And the more you read, the slower, sometimes it's difficult to remove the blocks, but the more you read, the more these blocks will actually adjust and they will become something spectacular. It looks like I'm starting to build a zoo here, but I'm just comparing a zoo now to Japanese learning. The zoo, it might look like a zoo in your mind. Again, I'm not a girl, I'm just using this, you know. So I do think we have to say people can be fluent in 6 months when it comes to, let's say, casual speaking. If you want to be truly fluent, you have to be able maybe to write, to read, and to be in a business situation, or it takes time to build the blocks and the puzzle in your head. So how long do you think it takes to get fluent in Japanese? Is it 6 months? Is it a year? And is it writing? Is it speaking? Because it does take time. Not just 6 months to learn everything, in my opinion. So have an amazing day. またね.